Okay, hello everyone. Hope you can hear me. Let me know, type in that you can hear me, and we'll get started. You should see a red screen with my face on it, and you should hear my voice. Okay, good. I see that people are typing in, so I want to thank my friends at Rightline, Rory and Mark, for inviting me to take part in this end of the year, our final, it's 10-minute trades final webinar, and I'm very excited to be here. I always enjoy doing these, especially with our friends at Rightline. So thanks everybody for coming. And I want to talk about our company and what we offer and the way that we trade. Obviously, that's why we're here. We have a fantastic holiday promotion that's going on. Whether you're new or if you're an existing member, if you have a lifetime software license, we have something for everybody that is a member or wants to be a member. And we trade the news, we trade events, and our whole concept is we want to teach you how to make money trading the news. We often have a single event, and it's where our DNA phrase came from: how to make more money trading just 10 minutes a day than most people make all week. So let me just start by showing you a trade that follows that whole concept. So the idea is we are looking to find really good, profitable, fast moving events in the news. For instance, this Amazon earnings trade that was 2 quarters ago. And last quarter, Amazon was profitable. I just happened to have 2 quarters ago handy. What we do is we bracket the current price of a of a market. For instance, on Amazon, we're not trading stocks. We trade futures using the NinjaTrader platform, and our software puts little orders on the chart, these little X's. And when the news comes out, you could see the candle explode. And the point I'm trying to make here is that trade made $1,100 in a couple of seconds. So the idea and what I'm here for is we want to teach you how to do it. We realize not every single trade that a person takes is an immediate winner. Some trades don't work, but the great majority, if you trade smart, learn the system, understand when to trade and when not to trade, it is really possible to trade events and have fantastic outcomes. And I want to show you how to do it. So that's what we mean when we say make more money trading 10 minutes a day, because you saw there most of our trades, sometimes they only take a couple of seconds. So the usual disclaimer: always remember it's possible to lose money trading futures. Don't trade your rent money. Trade money you can afford to lose, especially when you're a beginner. Make sure that you don't trade money that you need. So it is possible to make money trading, but it does mean that you've got to put some time in and learn how to do it. Anybody that says in 2 minutes you're going to be a successful trader, they're not giving you the truth. And it's like anything else you would try to achieve in your life, you have to practice and you have to work at it. My goal today is to get you to invest in yourself. When you do, you'll be able to create income trading. That's the idea. Finding the right events, the safest times to trade, giving yourself the highest probability also. You don't want to just randomly go into the market doing things in a haphazard way. You want to have an intelligent system that helps you to find the way to trade profitably. Now, trading the news is a fantastic way to trade. It gives you an edge. You're reactive. You're not proactive. You're reacting to events that you know are going to take place. So why do I love trading the news? As little as 10 minutes a day. I don't even spend 10 minutes a day in the markets. You might spend a minute or two. It might be 10 minutes a week in the market. So I'm not sitting in front of my computer for hours and hours at a time. but I'm creating a weekly schedule and I'm trading on that schedule. And I get back so much time that I used to waste watching and waiting for setups that often never came. So let me start from the beginning and explain what we are about. So every Sunday, our members get a schedule and it looks something like this. And even though it's a holiday, next week we still have a schedule and we'll still be trading. Of course, it is a quiet week because it's a holiday. So you want to keep that in mind. But let me show you what I've got planned for next week. And this year, we're stressing our family money trades. We're really going to be concentrating on trading the best of the best setups so that you can have the best opportunity to make money when you trade. So next week, it's after the new year. Obviously, there's no trading on New Year. There's always news reports. There's a Chinese news report New Year's Eve evening. There's a report on Tuesday. We don't start our trading next week until Wednesday. Next week is probably going to be low volume. There's holidays all over the world, Monday and Tuesday. So you don't want to go wild just trading as if it were a normal week. It's going to take a little time for the volume to build back up and for trading to be safe and liquid. So that's why you take your time during the holidays and you trade with a little bit of extra care. But Wednesday, we send out our schedule. Our members know at 9:30 in the morning on Wednesday Eastern Time, we'll be in the trade room for the ISM and the JOLTS report. And that is a family money trade. I'll get into that in a minute. We'll also be watching the API report Wednesday afternoon. We'll be looking at Walgreens earnings Thursday morning, early at 6:45. The ADP report, 7:45 on Thursday. We'll finish out the week with the U.S. jobs report on Friday and another important ISM services report, another family money trade also on Friday. The point I'm trying to make here is our members receive this schedule on a Sunday. They know what they're going to be doing all week. They know they're going to be in the trade room at specific times, getting ready to trade. They don't have to watch the market over and over, hour after hour, but they can set a schedule and get ready. So we have 4 elements that make up our system. And the 4 elements are the weekly schedule, our daily trade reports, our trade room, and our software. So I showed you that Amazon trade, right? So when we come into our trade room, an event often has a report, and the report is called a DMM, or a daily market mover. A DMM report is our second element. We have the weekly schedule, and then we have daily reports. The daily reports show our members how to trade various events that we're trading that day. So for argument's sake, we'll come into the room and I'll find you a very recent daily trade report that we were looking at last week, for instance. So we call them daily market movers. So last week, there was some very impactful reports. There was the personal income and spending news report, the PCE price index. There was also Canada had their GDP report. We have a trade set up for that. And revised University of Michigan, which is an inflation and a consumer sentiment report. The point is, instead of sitting around waiting, we have these events scheduled. We go into our trade room at a specific time, and the day before those events, our members receive these reports, and these reports help them to set up the software so they know how they're going to trade. Because watching that Amazon trade that we took before, right, the one that I showed you, if you notice, we bracket the market. So we were creating an order above the current price of the instrument we were trading. Let me go back to that spot. The current market is shown with this little arrow here. Our orders are above the current market price and below the current market price. What happens in the way that we trade is the news comes out, the news moves the market that we're trading, and that market has an impactful move, pulls us into the market, and then it hopefully hits our targets and takes us out of the trade. Sometimes we have to manage our way out of the trade, just like you would if you were trading in a discretionary manner. In this particular trade, you could see the price exploded. It went through all my targets, and I didn't have to do anything. It hit my targets, and the trade was over in just a couple of seconds. Other trades, it'll hit your target, but it won't hit all your targets, and you'll manage your way out of a trade just like you would in any normal discretionary trade. The idea is we take our 4 elements, we find news events to trade using the various calendars that are available to everybody for free in the marketplace. For instance, we will go to Forex Factory, all right? Forexfactory.com is a news calendar. And when you go to that calendar, it lists all of these events that are taking place in the market. Over the years, and we've been in business over 10 years, I've been working for 10-minute trades for 7 years. Over the years, we've discovered which of these reports are worthwhile to trade. We know that Thursday unemployment claims has been a tradable event. For instance, just for fun, I'll show you something that happened this morning. We know that every Thursday, natural gas is going to have a tradable event in the market. Over the past year and a quarter, I would say, maybe almost a year and a half, natural gas has been a very, very successful event to trade. And this week, we were taking the week off because of the holiday. But just for fun, I recorded the natural gas event because I know that even on a holiday, natural gas has a tendency to move. So I was doing something and I missed the exact moment of natural gas. So I replayed it because we use the NinjaTrader platform and they have a great feature in the software where you could replay market events. So in other words, I just downloaded the natural gas futures data and I just replayed the event a half hour after it was already over. Now, I didn't watch it, so I didn't know what happened. Our software puts the brackets on the chart, and you could see natural gas, it kind of had a smallish move this morning, but it went up, and it would have absolutely lent itself to, I would say, about a $200 profitable trade had we traded it like we do every week. And virtually every week we trade natural gas live in our trade room. There was another report today, the crude oil report, that has been starting to trade very well also. So I set up our software. We have a daily trade report for crude oil, and our daily trade report shows our members how to set up the trade. So let me show you. Let me take you from step 1 to step 2. So we have our daily trade report and the daily market mover, right? The daily report. Let me show you what it looks like. Here's a crude oil daily market mover. So remember, if you're a member, you get our report the day before the oil inventory report comes out. This yellow line is what tells me how to set up my software. I'm going to use a 10-tick bracket. It tells me what time to put my orders on the chart. It tells me what I should use for targets, and it tells me what my stop should be. So if I'm in the current, if I'm using the absolute current crude oil report. I've got a 20 tick stop, and I've got targets of 10 and 20 ticks. I entered numbers into our software, which is our third element of our system. And then here's the crude oil news. It comes out right at 11 o'clock this morning. Right before the news comes out, my orders are going to show up on the chart. I'm trading the crude oil futures. The news comes out, the price explodes up. It would have hit both my targets for an easy profit today. It would have been a $300 profit on that trade this morning. I was also, for anybody that's here who's a current member, also have a new feature. We have a software update coming out in early January, right after the new year. And I was testing a new feature where instead of just trading a breakout, there sometimes are charts that you could look at and you could say to yourself, I think there's a real possibility the price may burst and reverse to a certain market. And I was actually testing that feature on the other chart. And incredibly, even though crude oil went up, it went up, pulled back, and went up again. And our new feature in the software looks very, very promising. So we're going to have a new software update out right after the new year. And that's our third element. So the elements are the weekly schedule, the crude oil schedule, and the software, and of course, access to our trade room. All of those elements make up a perfectly intelligent trading system, and that's what we do. So let me continue. It would be awesome not to sit in front of your computer for hours. How would that impact your life? What would it give you? So we've taken it one step further, and we're taking the best of the best setups, family money trades. So what do we mean by family money trades? So you take a report like the crude oil report. If the crude oil report is trading so well that I would consider trading my own family's money, that is the best of the best reports. And we give that the family money trade seal of approval. So when our members get our weekly schedule, our schedule has an identification. For instance, back in November, we had the WASD report. The WASD report is a family money trade. And it's a family money trade because it's one of the best reports to trade. It's a report that if I were trading my own family's money, I would say trade this report. There's still other very good reports to trade. But a lot of people, especially when they start, they want to trade just the best of the best reports, the reports that give them the ultimate in safety and the ultimate possibility to make money trading events. So any questions? By the way, I'm just curious. We have a lot of people here. Type in and tell me where you're from. I'm just curious. Where are you all from? I'm in Pennsylvania, so I'm on the East Coast of New York. When we come into our trade room, we have a lot of people from all over the world. We've got people from Malta, believe it or not. We've got people from Sweden. We've got a lot of people from Canada. Okay, so we're seeing people from Los Angeles. Doc, I see you there from the Villages. We've got folks from Brooklyn, New York, and Boston. So that's awesome. So people from all over. And it's great to see where everybody's from, just because, it really is with the internet. It is now the smallest of worlds. We're all incredibly connected. So it's awesome to see where everybody's from. So folks, we want to end the new year with a fantastic, fantastic opportunity. And we've created a new membership. And it's called our Pro membership. And I want to go over what it's going to include. It's going to be a software license to our JOBB software. Right now we're on version 10. but we're going to be going to version 11, like I said, at the beginning of the year. It's going to include also our trap trade software. So our software has multiple setups. You can trade what we call a breakout trade. For instance, today I was also watching, just for fun, I was watching the 7-year note auction. The 7-year note auction is a breakout trade. So watch what I mean by a breakout. With a breakout trade, it's like that Amazon trade. We put our orders on the chart, and then when the price explodes, it breaks out. It either breaks above the current price or it breaks down below the current price. So I got pulled short to the market, and it had a couple of ticks of profit, was trading the 30-year bond. The 30-year bond does not require a lot of ticks to make money because it's $31.25 a tick. Now, I was just on Sim today because these are not the best conditions for live trading the week before New Year's. But ironically, every trade I watched this morning traded really well. And there was enough volume and there was good liquidity for trading today. So our members who are absolutely, can't control themselves and have to trade during the holidays, our setups were very, very good today. 3 out of 4 of them that I even looked at, all were profitable this morning. But that's a breakout trade. It puts orders on the chart and it explodes up or down. We also have reversal trades. We also have a specialized reversal trade called a trap trade. We have trades you can set up with zones. We have range trades. Our software supports many different methods for taking a trade. For instance, we also trade earnings. Now, keep in mind, once again, that we're using the NinjaTrader platform. We're trading futures, but we trade selected stock earnings using futures. And some of our earnings trades use a setup called range trades. And there is a really nice trade. We trade Home Depot's earnings, and we get up early in the morning, get up 6 in the morning Eastern time to trade Home Depot. And our software can create a range. And what happens is once that range is created, the earnings come out. Here's the range. The software creates that range. So we're creating a range using time. So not only can our software be used for the way that we trade, trading news, but any trader, any discretionary trader can also use our software, for instance, to trade a 30-minute breakout. If you like to trade the market open until 10 o'clock, and then you want to trade that move that takes place after the first 30 minutes, well, you can use our software to design any time range to trade with. And the idea is the software calculates the range, and then when the range is over, the market move is what pulls you into the market. So we were in the room waiting for Home Depot's earnings to come out. We had a little range that was being created. The software created the range. It put our orders on the chart. We know what time of day that Home Depot releases their earnings. And then the earnings were released. It caused a movement in the instrument we were trading. We trade the YM for Home Depot's earnings. It hit my first target. It burst up. And when the trade was over, we had a very nice profit trading Home Depot's earnings. We have about 20 to 30 earnings trades that we take every earnings quarter. And we take the same events over and over. Because think about what we're doing. We're looking at events, we're analyzing the event, and then we're trading it every time that event takes place. So the idea is find the events that perform the best and trade them over and over and over. And that's the way that we trade. and it's called news trading or event-based trading. And we coined the phrase appointment-based trading because essentially what we're doing is we're making an appointment with the market. We're getting our software ready. We go into our trade room. We spend about 30 minutes for each event, and that's how we prepare for the trade. And I will answer all questions that I see. Okay. And once again, we are trading futures. You don't have to trade the stock and you don't have to trade options to take advantage of the fact that futures move on earnings. And that's something we discovered years ago and created this whole system of trading earnings using futures. And it's a fantastic way to trade. So just going back to explain, I want to make sure everybody's very clear on the methodology. So we go to the calendar, we study the calendar, we find the event that we want to trade, we set up our software so it can trade it. And let me give you an example of what I mean that we set up our software. So this is what our software looks like. I'm going to put the NQ on it just because it's more active than bonds. So right now I can see that the NQ is up a little bit today. It's up about 10 points. But for instance, if I wanted to design my own trade based on maybe I think the NQ is going to go through the VWAP right here. That's an indicator that's very popular that people look at. Well, I could create a trade in a matter of less than a minute just by calling it a breakout trade. I can give it a time, okay? In other words, if I think the market is going to break out at a certain time, let's say maybe I think at 2:30, the market's going to have an explosion. So I could put a trade on based on time. 14:30 would be 2:30. I could have a bracket of 10 ticks. I could put on two positions, and I could look for a target, let's say, of 10 ticks and a target of 20 ticks, and I could put a stop on. The point is, all I have to do is put some numbers into the software, right? I'm putting these numbers into the software, and it's going to control the way this trade behaves. I'm going to activate the trade at 2:30. And what I'm going to do is set the time to 0 so we don't have to wait, but make believe we're setting the time to 2:30. I've got a bracket of 10 ticks, and I've got targets and stops. So when the trade fires and triggers, it has safety built into it. So watch. There's my brackets, and I won't get pulled into the trade unless the market moves 10 ticks. Now think if this was a news event, if maybe it was the FOMC making an announcement, the market would explode and it would have pulled me into the trade. But I could also use the software to design my own trades. If I see something in the market and I decide, hey, I want to go into the trade right now, I could move my orders into the trade. Now my trade is filled and my software controls where my targets are placed, my stop, and it does that for many different types of setups. When I access our software, right over here, we have range trades, squeeze trades, market open trades, manual reversal trades, and we teach all of these various different styles of trading the events. We show people how to use these setups to trade the events in our trade room. And that's what we teach, how to trade the events in the best possible way. So let me go back to where we were. We've created a fantastic, fantastic offer for the end of the year. We want to end the year on a really great note. We created a brand new 10-Minute Trades Pro membership, a brand new way that we are offering for folks to join with us. It includes our Trap Trade software, which is a specialized reversal trade. It includes our breakout software, JOBB version 10, the daily market movers. Those are the trade reports that I showed you. We're going to include a quick start video and access to the trade room. And the idea is, wouldn't you rather spend an hour in the week in the market rather than 30 hours? If you could make the same money trading in 1 hour as you used to make in 30, think about all the extra time that you would have. It's a fantastic amount of time. We're going to include our quick start video. It shows how to use the system from the very beginning. Even if you didn't have a brokerage account, it'll start you right there. Then we're going to make sure that you're getting the daily market movers. The daily market movers are emailed the day before a trade, the day before the event, and or you can go to our website and you can download them from the website as well. Also included is access to our pro trade room, and probably the key to everything we do is the trade room. And you can also stream our trade room on your phone or on a tablet. It is possible. If you want to listen to our trade room, you can stream it at no extra charge. There is an app available so that you could listen to us if you're on the road, see what's going on in the news markets if you can't be there. But everything takes place in our trade room, all the important events. We teach our members how to set up the software, how to make changes. If the market is very volatile, for instance, maybe, the Fed had people speaking right before a news event and the market's extremely volatile and it's appropriate to make a change to the way you're going to trade it. Well, the trade room is the key, in my opinion, to everything that we do because everything takes place in the trade room. Also, our software. The whole idea of using our software is sometimes it creates a completely automated trade. Other times, as I've shown you, it creates a semi-automated trade. So let me give you a couple of ideas what I mean by a semi-automated trade. One of the tricky things to understand is when a market has a fast-moving event that's going to take place, then you don't want to be fumbling around putting orders on the chart. You want the software to do it for you. So this was a trade. It's a report called the Wage Price Index. It's an Australian event. Again, we find these events by studying the calendars. I don't want to be fumbling around trying to put my brackets on the chart before the event takes place. The software does it automatically. Look at that move. That was a real trade, real live money taken in our trade room. The Wage Price Index, an Australian trade, we traded using the Australian currency futures. On Home Depot, we traded the YM futures. Home Depot doesn't really have futures, so we have to figure out what's the best instrument to trade. And the way that we figure that out is we study the events, we watch the markets, and we look at what's moving when that event is taking place. Think about it. When the Fed is making an FOMC announcement, what are they talking about? What are they doing? What's it going to affect? It's probably going to affect the bond market. It's probably going to affect the gold market, and it's going to affect the NQ and the YM. So let me show you what happened. I just happened to have last week, the FOMC statement. Now look, everybody knows that certain events are very risky. The FOMC statement is probably, out of all the events that we trade, I would say it might be maybe the riskiest of all trades because there's a potential for incredible volatility. So only the most experienced trader should even consider trading that report. We have a setup for that report Even I took that report off. I did not trade it 2 weeks ago. I felt it was potentially a little bit too risky. And we teach as part of our service, remember, we're teaching trade the best of the best events when they're at their safest. And I did not feel that the FOMC fit that bill. So we taught everybody how to trade it, and we traded it in sim. And look at the move. It turned out that I made a video called The Trade I Should Have Taken That Week, because it was a fabulous move and it would have been a very big money maker. But we laugh in our trade room. You don't cry in a corner. You take responsibility for your decisions and you move on. That's the way you have to look at it. Here's the market right as the FOMC came out. It was a giant, beautiful, not super fast move, and would have lent itself to being a very, very profitable breakout trade. You could see what the market did. The Fed made their announcement. It looked like the market had started going down. Then the news came out and it burst up significantly and would have been a fabulous, fabulous breakout trade. That one, I have to admit, we did not trade it live because we were being careful for our members. Sometimes you take a trade off, you don't trade it live because sometimes there's too much risk in the market. And it's just the way that you want to think is, how can I keep myself safe? It's okay not to trade every single news event. The idea is to trade smart, just trade safe so that you can build your account. That's the way that you have to approach this. And that's sometimes you'll leave behind a very successful trade. And you can't cry in a corner if that happens. You just move on to the next event. But let's get back to all the things that we're including in our holiday sale. So we've got the trade room, the software, our daily market movers, the 10-minute trades quick start. Okay? A pro trade room subscription. Everything we do flows from the trade room. We spend our time in the trade room educating nonstop. How to use the features of our software platform, how to use our trading software. We help people with NinjaTrader, that platform. And most importantly, we're constantly going over the setups for that day's trades so that everyone knows how to use the software to trade them. The trap trade software also included. Our software is actually two separate strategies that load into NinjaTrader. And then in 2024, we're going to be spending extra time on extra family money trades workshops. We're going to be studying why certain trades are family money trades, what makes them a family money trade, and we're going to make sure that our members understand why the family money trades are the best of the best. And it's really not complicated. A family money trade is one of those reports that has the highest probability of being a successful event. That's what makes a family money trade a family money trade. There are some trades that we call coin tosses. What's a coin toss? A coin toss is a trade that 50% of the time it wins, 50% of the time it loses. That does not always mean it's a bad trade, because some trades, if you can get 5 out of 10, by the way that you manage the trade, it could wind up being a good event to trade. But there's nothing like a family money trade where it might have 7 or even 8 winning trades out of 10. Those are the trades that especially a beginner might want to concentrate on, because we all know as a trader that one of the things you want to do is try to build your confidence as much as humanly possible so that you can feel good by having a few winning trades to start. We all know how important the psychology of trading is. And when you start out as a winner, it really, really helps you to build your confidence. So that's why the family money trades for beginners, new traders, are a great way to start with our system. And we're going to spend a lot of time in 2024 working on those family money trades and finding new ones. And we'll have workshops, classes all about the family money trades. Also, we're going to give anybody that signs up for our holiday package today, we've been having challenges. What's a challenge? So we might take 5 days, teach all about our system, and then when the challenge is over, we give everyone an opportunity to join with us in our service. But the key of a challenge is it's 5 days of education all about our system. Well, if you take advantage of our sale today, you'll get a VIP Black Card upgrade so that you could take get all of our current videos from our current challenges and past challenges, and you can take the future challenges at no charge. And our deal is incredible. For just in celebration of 2024, you can take our system and become a pro member. Trade room, software, daily reports, weekly schedule, everything that we offer, $24 for 30 days. And then it's just $97 a month. You can cancel anytime after, you take the deal. It's $24, www.gotrade2024.com. So it's sort of like a $24 trial to try the whole system. Everything we offer starts January, first week of January, on the schedule that I showed you. Just go to www.gotrade2024.com. Now, here's the thing. If you're a current member, we have a different offer for you. This is if you're not currently a member, because our current members are already trading with us. If you're a current member, just let me know. Send us an email, help@10minutetrades.com. We have a fantastic offer for current members, and I also have a great offer for our current members that are lifetime software owners. This is for folks that haven't traded with us before. You're new, you want to check us out, www.gotrade2024.com. We've never done anything like this over the past year where we've offered such great prices on what we offer. All the things that you're going to get, the 10-minute trades, quick start, on-demand video, all the daily market movers for each day, each week are included. Pro Trade Room access, our JOBB software, the Trap Trade software, the 2024 Family Money Trade workshops, our earnings workshops 2024, and the Black Card access to the challenges. We calculate this to be worth like $18,000. No excuses. We're going to give 2 guarantees with this deal. It's www.gotrade2024.com. And the deal is simple. We have a bend over backwards 30-day guarantee. We will do anything in our possible ability to help you to trade. We'll do virtually anything to help you be able to do it. If you can't install the software, I'll help you to install the software. If after 30 days you don't like what you see, no hassle, just quit. And you can get your $24 back. It's no problem. www.gotrade2024.com. I can't imagine not taking the deal. If you've ever wanted to trade the news, trade events, this is a phenomenal opportunity. We have so much education and teach you so much about trading the news markets and trading events. So let me go through some of the questions. The clock is not part of our software. That's a bonus that we give our members. It's a little widget that we give our members for free. The name 10-Minute Trade is just our name. Most of our trades last way less than 10 minutes. Most of our trades literally take less than a minute, as you've seen in the videos. And some of the trades are one cancels the other. Yes, Leslie, that is how it works. So I want to have a couple of questions. We're taking all the risk. There's no excuse not to try it. If you don't like it, you can cancel 30 days for $24. It's an incredible holiday offer. www.gotrade2024.com. So what is required to succeed? You need the family money trades, the live news trading room, JOBB version 10, our software, but a teacher who cares about seeing you succeed. Anybody who knows me knows that I spend all my time trying to help our traders. Keep in mind, we're trading futures on the Ninja Trader platform, not stocks, not options. This is a futures trading system, and our software requires the Ninja Trader platform. $24 for the first 30 days, then just $97 a month to be a full member. Cancel anytime you want. www.gotrade2024.com. A couple of questions before I go. You don't need anything else from us to trade. You just need a valid brokerage account. You can trade prop accounts. We do recommend Top Step, not Apex. Apex does not allow news trading. If you have disposable income, it's foolish not to take your $24 and learn to trade that we trade. It's a no-risk opportunity. I just can't imagine not trying to do it. www.gotrade2024.com. I have a couple of questions that I wanted to let you know. So how much money do you need in your account to trade the news? Okay. How much money do you need? Everybody's different. Some people trade micros. Some people are trading in prop accounts. Some people are trading full-sized instruments and want to make, a couple of $1,000s every week. It varies. Okay. It varies from needing, if you're going to trade micros, you really should have $2,000 to $3,000 minimum in your account. If you're going to trade full-size instruments, you should have $7,500 to $10,000 in your account. But everybody's different. I know people with $5,000 in their account trading, but people make the same mistakes. They underfund their accounts. And then if they have a couple of bad trades, it's a problem because they're worried about ruining their account. Fund your account properly. Don't think, how little do you need? Think, what's the most I can fund my account so I'm the most successful trader I can be? Can you use our software to trade stocks? This is not stock trading software, okay? It's for trading futures. Is Ninja Trader free? The Ninja Trader platform does require a subscription, and you can just check out their prices, www.gotrade2024.com. Okay, and you want to check that out. I don't have enough time. So how could you not, if you're here, you have enough time to trade with us. It's probably the least amount of trading time that you need. But let's be honest and truthful. If you don't have enough time to put in and learn to trade, then don't trade because you're going to lose money. Put the time in to learn properly so you do things right. You have the time if you're willing to put the time in. That's the key. It's too expensive. I don't have the money. I think we answered that by making it a $24 deal. Okay. That's what it's a fantastic holiday offer. What if it doesn't work? We're giving an awesome guarantee. Nothing more to say about that. And what makes us different? We're different because we're trading on a schedule. You know exactly when you're going to be in the market. It's a fabulous way to trade. So folks, I hope that I got you excited about trading the news. www.gotrade2024.com. How can you lose? Try us out for $24. Become a member. Spend at least a month with us. I think you'll really wind up staying with us. So that is the key. And I want to thank everybody for listening. I want to thank Rory and Mark for inviting me here to take part in this webinar. And I wish everybody the Happy New Year that you all should have. So thanks everybody for listening. And you can reach me, help@10minutetrades.com, if you have any questions. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in our trade room. So Rory, if you're out there, thanks so much. And it's up to
Thank
you.
you, Lee. Thank
Time-
you. Thank you. Thanks for making such a generous offer. I mean, for $25 to get the first month, that's awesome.
It's ridiculous. So Rory, have a great holiday and thanks so much for having me.
Happy New Year, Lee.
You too.